From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Miller. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
They'll run. It's Miller. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To the air is Rattler. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
2nd and 10. Throwing is Rattler. They set up the screen to Miller. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Rattler wants to throw it. Finding Miller once more, complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive, and they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Setting up the screen for Miller. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now Rattler. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Here's Rattler. They complete it to Hill.
And the Saints are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Steps away to his left.
And this one too low.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Rattler working out of the gun.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
After the sack, they come up on 3rd and goal from the 18.
They'll look to throw for it with Rattler.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Here's Blake Grupe now for the Saints field goal.
This one from 35 yards away. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
On the move past the 40, down the left sideline.
And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards.
Where's the contain there? And yes, that's a question because that was just a simple drop-off. But he hits the Jets, and all of a sudden, the seas part in front of him. A huge result there to flip the field and what was a fairly innocuous play call.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. In motion goes the tight end. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw in film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Throwing is Hurts.
He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles.
Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun, here's Rattler. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, Rattler sliding out of the pocket. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. He's to the 15. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, it's one thing to get the interception, and it was a great play, but then you saw how quickly all of his teammates, Charles, turned to find blocks, made sure they had space for him to make the house call.
And not only did they turn and find the blocks, none of them clipped from behind, blocked someone in the back. This play is going to stand. And how about what we see each and every week now? When the defenders make a big play, there's always a group celebration after the takeaway.
And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, You can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. They'll set up a throw. He gets this one to Johnson. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good. 4-6.
They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retained possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Hurts. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. They'll go to Barkley again. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his 1st. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, it's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you got to think, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept them short of the marker. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A big opportunity to tie it with 3 or take the lead with a touchdown. Their defense definitely did their part with that pivotal 4th down stop. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Toss wide side. This is Kamara. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
They'll go. Here's Rattler.
And he is caught. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. To the air is Rattler.
On the move to his left.
There's a short one caught by Johnson.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
He's back to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
A big play looming on 3rd down.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. There's the stiff arm. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Here we go. First and goal.
Back to throw. This is caught. And he's across for the touchdown. And it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Grupe able to add the PAT.
And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. This is 1st and 10.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. These corners, I say, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times, nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
This ball intercepted. And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.
one of the best smelling parking lots in the NFL. The tailgating's over now in Kansas City. It's football time at Arrowhead Stadium here in KC. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. We'll get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Ready.
On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Leo Chenal, the linebacker, there for the tackle. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Kamara. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. We'll try and run here with Miller. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line, but the official signal, he's got enough for the first down. Here's Rattler. This one grabbed by Austin. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Yeah. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Trent McDuffie up from his corner spot there on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Let's go now.
They'll run straight ahead with Miller. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Mike Dana shuts that one down.
Right, 97. Green back.
To throw, it's Rattler. He's got it at about the 8. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Ready, yellow.
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Kansas City after this.
Okay, ready?
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal.
Black ultra. Ready.
Looking to throw, Rattler. He's going to keep it himself.
1st and goal. The quarterback thinks he's got a shot to take this one in himself. I think he's just a little late in his reaction and decision to turn into a runner. Defense has just enough time to get there. They stop him short of the end zone. 2nd and goal.
Kamara going to try to pull his way in. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That is hot. What a job to keep the play alive. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Isn't it just so nice when you have a guy like this, when you're deep in the red zone and you need to finish with 6? Not only does the defense have to account for him on the ground in a more traditional fashion, but when you have this many ways to get him involved in the passing game, it is just so hard to stop.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. But dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Yellow. Collect. Right side.
Throwing right away is Mahomes. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Right side.
Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Saints' 49-yard line.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Easy. Right side.
Throwing is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Easy. 43. Right side.
Now Mahomes. And the rush is going to get there. He'll go down. They were taking a big risk going for it in their own territory. It will not pay off. It's a turnover on downs.
Ready.
Now Rattler going to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. He manages to get the throw away and completes it.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the first down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
That one caught by Wilson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Rattler now back to throw. That's made right side. It's Johnson. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
Come on, 38. Come on, set. Hut.
Throwing now is Rattler. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And they will get another chance. They cover it up after very nearly squandering a great scoring opportunity.
Here we go. Ready?
Throwing is Rattler. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half.
Ready? Break.
From the 1, 2nd and goal.
Ready. Fight. 60. Yellow. Line. Hut.
They'll try to run this one in. Powering forward. He's in. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, Saints. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Groupie able to add the extra point. The Saints move out on top, 14-0.
Blake Groupie to kick off for the Saints.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On first down, it's Mahomes. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Mahomes looking to throw on second down. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They go 3 tight ends here on first and 10. Throwing now, Mahomes. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Once again, it's Pacheco. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. On second down, Mahomes. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he will score. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Chiefs. Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs are on the board. It's now 14-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. Finding room at the 35. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Let's go. Hut, hut.
On first down, they'll stay with Kamara on the ground. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
22 meter. Blue striker. Set.
He'll look to throw. Taken in right side by the tight end, Johnson. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Saints.
Ball, 10. Set, hut. Black shot. Ready.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Let's go now. Set, hut.
Here's Kamara. Kamara got a first down, still going. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 21. It's good for a Saints first down.
Set, ready. Blaster, 6. Guard red. Set.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. This is caught at the 2. And he's in. Kendre Miller. Touchdown, New Orleans.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Hardman now to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. First and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And they'll stop him. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be third down.
No gain on the play. It's third down and 12.
So, third and long.
Yellow.
Now, Mahomes. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up fourth down. That's going to be caught. He's got the first down and more than that. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for fourth down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Gonna need a big play now. Third down and long. Throwing is Mahomes. And they're gonna get him a second time. He goes down again. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here we go. This is fourth down. Here's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. The pressure once again.
Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Blake Grupe out and ready to send this away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. From his own end zone, here we go.
Well, that's the case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks them with a really long field ahead.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Hurts comes out throwing. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
A play fake. Now Hurts to throw. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Running left. This is Barkley. And he's up across the 20 before going out of bounds. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
King, Phil King, Phil King.
Here's a give inside to Gainwell. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles drive the length of the field and take a 6-0 lead. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return starts from the goal line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Rattler to the air now. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
2nd and 10 now. This is reeled in by Taysom Hill. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
And they had that one contained right at the line. Kobe Dean in on the tackle. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here's Rattler. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
3rd and long for him here. Flush out now to his left. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to the link right after this. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Gets this to Johnson. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of this. It's Nolan Smith there for the stop. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Escapes the pocket. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
Come on, set. Black Ultra. Ready?
Throwing from the gun. He's going to push one deep down the... This is caught inside the 15. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
I have loved this opening script. Aggressive, taking your shots. You know, the numbers tell you get an explosive play on a drive in the NFL today, you're typically going to score. With that shot down the field, well, they're knocking on the door in the red zone.
And he's brought down for a loss. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. Rattler setting to throw. The throw is caught. And this is down all the way to the 3. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. They're down to their final one in this half. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Here's a give inside to Kamara. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Saints looking for a score before halftime. Now Rattler. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Blake Grupe to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints start off well to tie things 7-7. Here's Grupe on now to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
On time, set. Hey!
Shotgun snap for Hurts. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Crowd love Yeti. Crowd love Yeti. Great. Alpha. Go Silver, ready? No touch.
Hurts now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Chased out to his right. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets him 17 yards on fourth down and gets them the first.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Crowd love Yeti. No touch.
Hurts throwing again. Pulled in by Dotson along the sideline. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. Ball at the 33 for first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Hey, Silver. No touch.
They are throwing it again. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Saints get the football on the first turnover of the contest. And just like that, a really good drive is taken away with an INT.
Sure was a lot of promise on that series, right?
Yeah.
That's a small silver lining for them at the very least, but probably won't be much comfort now. And it's going to feel even worse when this quarterback watches the tape tomorrow.
Steel, black 2. Hut.
Looking to throw, Rattler. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
That's complete to Kamara. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Rattler back to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. Defense just needs to hold them short. It's 4th and 7. And you're going for this. Now a deep shot down the middle. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
Great. Set. $63. No touch.
On first down, Hurts. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
No touch.
Hurts. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. And the Saints are going to take over after the interception.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
Off to the races, middle of the field. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost and a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish this series off.
The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Black shot. Set.
Rattler. He's got it at the 5. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He's got it! And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Ready.
Kamara does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Claws red. Here we go.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take the lead just before halftime. Slant route, as it does so many times. Just outside of the nation's capital in nearby Landover, Maryland. Welcome in. We're getting a look at the enormous Northwest Stadium. Ball teed up. Austin Seibert out for the kick. And we're off and running from Landover. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Down. Black clock. Ready.
They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. All down by Dorrance Armstrong. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Come on, set.
They stay on the ground with Kamara. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Offense up to the line fast. Here he is on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here's the snap on 4th. Connects on the crosser. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? And gets him the first on 4th down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Kamara now on 1st and 10. Along this sideline inside the 25. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. So that right there, exactly what you're looking for in the opening drive of a game.
And these opening drives are tone setters. You come out flat, maybe go 3 and out. Sometimes there's a carryover effect, Kate, but here they were sharp, they were crisp, and they grabbed the early lead.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Daniel's going to throw to get us started. He's on the move. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go.
First carry now for Austin Eckler. Breaks the tackle. Green grass ahead. Austin Eckler. And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders finish off their opening drive. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. Seibert's able to connect on that extra point. And the Commanders respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Chooses to bring this one out. Returns looking good so far. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Yellow. Ready. Set.
Throwing his Rattler. Oh, he put some heat on this deep. That's complete inside the 35. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints need only one to take the lead. If anyone is still doubting that this guy has an NFL caliber arm, Brock, add that to the list of highlights he can use in his defense. That was an NFL throw.
And got to be such a confidence builder. Yes, the game is faster. Yes, the windows are smaller. But when you execute with precision, touchdowns can follow.
Here's Grupe on now to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. He'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Working quickly here. On 1st down, here's Daniels. Escapes out to the left. And the Saints came marching home, and they dropped him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 31-yard line.
Cup 19, Cup 19. Let's go now.
Trying again following the sack. Taking a deep shot here. He drops it. Oh, a huge gain in hand, but he couldn't finish the catch. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. Into the red zone. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. Seibert now to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders tie things up at 14. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. He fields it from the 8. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Rattler. He's throwing deep to the left side. They connect on the deep shot. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. This has the makings of a shootout, a lot of points, but still tied as we reach the end of 1. Both teams neck and neck. So
ready, set.
We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're looking at 1st down here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Another try following. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed. Got him the...
That's grabbed inside the 30. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. 3rd and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the 1st. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Throwing from the gun. Able to get it to Moreau. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
First down, Saints.
Set, ready.
Running right, it's Kamara. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Saints are on the move here.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Rattler setting to throw. This one's caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Groupie adds the extra point. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels launches one deep downfield. Alontae Taylor has it. And the Saints actually go backwards, lose a chunk on the return, but they're still celebrating. It's an interception on the play.
First down 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready, break.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready, ready. 22 needle. Set, go.
From the gun, a give to Miller. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Offense in the hurry up here. 2nd and 10 now. Rolling left, buying some time. He's keeping it. And he goes out of bounds after taking it up to the 40. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Ready.
Rattler to the air now. That one's incomplete. Couldn't connect.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Down.
To throw again on 2nd and 10. Buys time, rolling a risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. Picked off, that's Bobby Wagner. And the Commanders are tackled just beyond midfield following the interception. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
That's brought in by Luke McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. From the 23. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Getting out to his left. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Seibert now to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders tie this game at 21. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Short kick gathered in at the 15. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30.
Ready.
1st and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half.
Come on, set.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This a 54-yarder. This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
60 by 6. Ready. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
Defense showing blitz. Daniels on the move, headed right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did. And he simply has to get rid of it.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Daniels throwing on 3rd. Forced out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 41. Daniels now against a blitz. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take the lead right away in half number 2. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. Seibert tacks on the point after. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Fight. Ready. Ready.
Here's Rattler. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Fight. 97. Set. 52 blaster.
They run it from the gun with Kamara. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Offense up to the line fast. Shotgun now on third down. Gets everything he has under this. Cody Wilson, but it's intercepted. Quan Martin with the pick. And the Commanders return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
A gain of 27 yards there. And the Commanders will have a first. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
This throw is cut. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Working quickly here. This is Eckler on second. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Commanders lengthen the lead at the end of the third. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. Seibert's able to connect on that extra point. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. This one's going to be a return from deep in the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Gets this to Johnson. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Escapes the pocket. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. Just 1 quarter. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Let's go now. Go.
Rattler. He puts some power on a deep one left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got time here. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Rattler back to throw. Put the body on the line for his team. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Throwing is Rattler. It's a New Orleans touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Oh, it's a favorite of NFL teams and armchair quarterbacks alike, partner. The quick slant. It is so tough to defend that close to the goal line, and this time it works for 2.
It sure is. It's one of those plays that I think Bart Starr was running in the 60s, that slant route. When you incorporate it with the threat of a fade as well, that's when it becomes so effective. But you get inside that DB, you show the quarterback your numbers, and it's almost automatic for a 2-point conversion.
Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. He rolls to his right. He can run it. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And the Saints grab it. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Offense in the hurry up here. From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long. He'll throw it. That's into the hands of Moreau. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Now a shotgun handoff to Miller. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Saints trail by 6. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go, here we go. Green jack. Cut, cut.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's on the move. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set.
Right, 97. Ready?
Now an inside handoff to Miller. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. Setting up to pass. And he gets in. It's a touchdown. What a moment. They can likely win it on the extra point now. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young, Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
That's up and through for the point after. And they'll take the lead. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Seven Pirates.
Back to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The drive picks up here. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. One final shot here. Flushed out of the pocket. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So this will win on the road for the Saints. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. So for Brock Huard, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Saints, as with that, we sign off from D.C.
We are down on the Bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from the Superdome. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Finding Taysom Hill complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. A give to Kamara running right. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Rattler. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like they marched to the end zone. He's hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Foster Moreau, 26 yards. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Blake Grupe now for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard after the 32. They go play action with Jackson.
They'll fire this deep for Hardy.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking the secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
The quick feet by Jackson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first. Throwing is Jackson. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 10.
Now it's Jackson.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 41.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Rattler.
And he finds Austin complete. His first catch, good for 9 in the first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Rattler wants to throw it.
Open man is Hill. He's got it. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
To the air is Rattler.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
From the gun, Jackson.
That one into the hands of Flowers. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
That is caught.
Gets around him, and he'll be out right at the 35. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Jackson will throw again.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards. Jackson from the shotgun.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Zay Flowers,
as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Tucker with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They'll throw now on the final play, eluding the pressure right.
Now to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Here's Jackson.
Throw caught by Flowers.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He continues to deliver a 1st down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.